Hello and welcome back to the Everton Football Channel and today's match preview for the Everton versus Manchester United Carabao Cup quarter-final match. So how did both teams get here to the quarter-finals? Well, Everton started their Carabao Cup run against Salford, in which they won 3-0. They went on to beat Fleetwood 5-2 in the next round before beating West Ham 4-1 in the round of 16, seeing them in the quarter-finals against Manchester United, who in comparison beat Luton 3-0 and then beat Brighton as well 3-0. Both watch-alongs for them games are of course on my channel. Obviously both teams play in the Premier League and are doing exceptionally well in the Premier League at that. Despite what Manchester United's actual performance has been, we've been picking up points and we do find ourselves third in the Premier League with Everton rounding off the top four in fourth. Manchester United could jump into second if we win on Boxing Day against Leicester, despite the fact we do still have a game in hand over the Foxes. Whereas Everton, look, they've had a good start. They had a bit of an off period a few weeks ago, but they seem to be back on it. And look, it's going to be an interesting game. Both teams obviously have big games. Both teams play on Boxing Day, so we don't know exactly what team we're expecting to see from either side. I'm expecting to see a rotating Manchester United team for certain because of the big game we have against Leicester, while Everton have an easier game against Sheffield United, who are bottom of the league, still yet to pick up a win this season. So Everton can afford to play their stronger side more than Manchester United can. However, I expect to see both teams rotate somewhat heavily because they will be both focused on the league. But I believe Manchester United's backup options is a lot stronger than Everton's. Obviously, a few weeks ago, Manchester United did play Everton at Goodison Park. This exact fixture really, apart from it was obviously in the Premier League, and Manchester United did win that game 3-1 with Bruno Fernandes scoring a brace, Edison Cavani scoring one, and Bernard scoring for Everton. And look, it could be a similar game, to be honest. I think both teams will go into this game wanting to win. Both teams will want trophies. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, of course, yet to win a trophy for Manchester United, despite the fact we reached 3 semi-finals last season. And in comparison, Carlo Ancelotti is yet to make a semi-final, and Everton will want a trophy to start this Ancelotti regime off and get it up and running. And I think Ancelotti will fancy his chances in this game and in this Carabao Cup competition. Of course, Brentford is still in this competition, so they will be seen as the easier draw. And look, if Everton win this game, or Manchester United win this game, and they get Brentford, that should be. I don't want to disrespect Brentford here because they are a fantastic side. But that should be a free into the final because both teams should be better than Brentford. So both teams will fancy their chances of winning this because they'll fancy them. Both teams will fancy themselves in this game. Both teams will fancy themselves up against Brentford, and in a final, anything can happen. Now, like I said, due to the situation we're in, obviously both teams playing on Boxing Day, which is only 3 days away, we don't actually know for 100% what sort of teams we will be seeing. If Everton will play a fully strength team or a majority of their best players and their key players, knowing that they only have Sheffield United on the weekend and again that they should theoretically find fairly comfortable, then of course Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison will be key in their success. Everton have all of the attributes to cause Manchester United troubles in this game, especially if we do rotate, which I hope we do. No offence to the Carabao Cup, but it's a nothing tournament to me. It's one of them tournaments that, look, if you're in it, you want to win it. But at the start of the season, at the end of the season, you're not looking back and thinking, would have really loved to win that Carabao Cup. When you was in Manchester United's position last year, we got to 3 semi-finals, FA Cup, Europa League and Carabao Cup. We lost them all. The one I cared about least is the Carabao Cup. So it's one of them things where you want to win it, but if you don't, you're not too concerned. Anyway, this is a team I think we will start with. And to be honest, I'm happy with this side. This will also be my predicted team. But this is a team I think we will go with. I think we will go with Dean Henderson in goal. We usually swap between our goalkeepers. And this will probably be a game, if we got to it, that he was penciled in for. And look, Dean Henderson's a good goalkeeper. Like I said, I'm happy to rotate. So Dean Henderson comes in for the cup games. That's absolutely fine for me. Right back, Brandon Williams. Wan-Bissaka probably will play. But I would like to see Wan-Bissaka rested. Bigger games to come. Williams deserves his chance. He is a right back. Despite the fact he broke through in the first team as a left back, he is a right back. We signed Telles to allow Brandon Williams to play out as a right back. So let's see him at right back today. Centre back, Harry Maguire just isn't going to get dropped, but I would like to see him drop for an Eric Bailly, but I don't think he will be. So I do think we will see Axel Tuanzebe and Harry Maguire, although at the same time I wouldn't be surprised to see Lindelof and Maguire play today. And I expect to see Luke Shaw at left back. In the midfield double pivot, I expect to see Pogba and Nemanja Matic. I think Fred and McTominay will both be rested for the Leicester game because that's what I think we will play McFred like we did against Leeds. And Leicester are a better team than Leeds. And I feel like we're going to see the classic McFred performance where they sit deep against Leicester than we saw against Leeds, where they went gung-ho and went for the kill. Then as in the front line, I think we'll see Mason Greenwood start on the right. I think it's the type of game Mason Greenwood usually starts in. Donny van de Beek will start at 10. I think Bruno Fernandes again will be rested for the Leicester game. Again, bigger fish to fry. And if obviously we need Bruno, he will come on. And like we always say, I think we're going to see Marcus Rashford on that left-hand side. He seems undroppable for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer never drops Marcus Rashford, and I don't see that changing today. So I do think we will see Marcus Rashford start for Manchester United, and I'm going to go for Edinson Cavani up top. I think Martial, he played very, very well against Leeds. Was unlucky not to get a goal, probably should have. And again, I think he'll be rested for Leicester, and I think Cavani is a perfect make weight for Martial. And this is the type of game and type of reason we signed Edinson Cavani for. A good striker that can come in these cup games where we want to rest Anthony Martial and be a very good striker. And I think that's what he will do today. Like I said, I think Ollie might just well go for the standard back four we always go for, with Wan-Bissaka at right back and Lindelof at centre back with Harry Maguire. But I'm hoping to see Axel Tuanzebe come in today and try and earn a spot in the team. In fact, out of everyone, I would prefer to see Harry Maguire drop and bring Lindelof in. But again, I don't see that happening. So I think Axel Tuanzebe, I believe Harry Maguire would definitely start. And I think that this highlights an issue with Manchester United and our centre-back partnership. I saw today, Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof are within the top, I think it was 9 players to play the most minutes over this calendar year. That's an issue because the two centre-backs don't work together. That is a huge issue. These centre-backs hasn't worked together, and they've been overplayed, so they're going to get worse. And I think this might be a reason why we didn't notice it so much early on, because they were both fully fit and playing at the peak. Now they've got a year. They're a year in. Harry Maguire's played the most minutes out of any footballer this calendar year. I think Lindelof was 6th. That's too much football. That is far too much football for two centre backs that are playing week in, week out. Too much. And look, when you play that much football, unless you are a Van Dijk, even your performance is gonna drop. And when it's two centre backs that at the best of times don't complement each other, we are going to see issues. And look, we saw Victor Lindelof come out and say he's playing through the pain barrier. What does that say about our recruitment? What does that say about our centre back options? That Victor Lindelof is being played, and we have no one else to come in and replace him, or we don't trust anyone else to play over him. And I think that this is a really big issue that we need to sort out in January. Now, about the game, it's one of these games where if we win it, fantastic. Semi-final, hope for Brentford. Let's beat Brentford, get to a final, and let's hope we win it. But at the same time, Carabao Cup is not as important as the Premier League. We have Leicester on Boxing Day. I would much rather us play a rotated side against Everton, get beaten, then we go to Leicester, we put 3 past them, and we're out the Carabao Cup, but we're second in the league. We've got a game in hand on Leicester to further extend our lead in second place, and look, focus on Liverpool and trying to catch them. That would be how I see it, but I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants the Carabao Cup and he wants to win it. I do think he will rotate that. I think it'd be so foolish not to, plainly because of what I've already said. We've got bigger games to come. Alright, so like I said, yeah, I'm more than happy for us to throw this game. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants to win the Carabao Cup, but if we lose this game and then we go and beat Leicester, I don't care. The league is the most important bit. I think whether we rotate the team or not, I think we are stronger. I think that team I've got on the screen now, with Dean Henderson, with Williams, with Tuanzebe, with Maguire, Shaw, Matic, Pogba, Greenwood, Donny van de Beek, Marcus Rashford and Edinson Cavani, that's still plenty good enough to beat Everton's first team. man for man, with that team's probably better still. So either way, whether Everton rotate or not, whether we rotate or not, we should be winning this game. And I think we will. I think, like I say, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I think he wants to win this. He came out saying he wants to win trophies. And this is a great opportunity for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to win a first trophy, especially if we do get Brentford in the next round. And like I said, I think we are going to win this game. I think we're going to score another 3 goals against Everton and another 3 goals in the Carabao Cup. And I think we're going to win 3-1 again against Everton this season. Now, let me know down below what you believe the score will be and what you think of Manchester United and their chances of winning the Carabao Cup. And do you want us to try and win the Carabao Cup, or are you with me and you wouldn't mind to see us through the competition and focus on the league? Anyway, if you have enjoyed, please do hit that like button below. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the notification bell. Make sure you tune into the watch along at 7:30. Kickoff is at 8 for that, so make sure you press the link in the description below or on the end card so you can set a reminder for that so you don't miss that when we go live. And I'll see you next time. Peace.